Well, you might want to.
Yeah, I will just look. I just look and just start. Oh, I'll be here.
As soon as I started the live, the road grader excavator people came here to work on that road, so it's the first time that they've been here since I put those barriers up to keep them away from the driveway. She'll be over here in a second. She's over there watching, see what they do. If they try to touch those to remove them, tell me and I'll run down there and hit them with a shovel. Crazy. Yeah, we'll see. Apparently they at least didn't run them over immediately, so we'll see. I don't know. Get yourself fixed up and prepared. You're good?
Good morning. Good evening.
Yeah, to them. To them. So June and Roland came yesterday. That video is uploading right now. It'll be tomorrow's video, but they finished all the downspouts. So now I'm just sitting around waiting for some rain. It started sprinkling a little bit earlier, but I'm waiting for some rain to see how much water comes out. Even when it was just sprinkling a little bit, there was water coming out, but if it rains any like decent amount, like a normal rain, that well is going to be full, and it's going to be full fast. It's kind of unfortunate that it doesn't hold more water, but I mean, it holds. I mean, it's 3 foot across and it's 45 feet deep. So I mean, I don't know how many. I need to do the math on that and see how many gallons of water it holds, but I feel like that's a lot of water.
Maybe for 1 month. No.
About two weeks.
If we will always.
If we use the water a lot, like.
Yeah.
Square meter of the house is 94 square meters. Weird. Home Depot. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, they came and did that. At some point we need to take all this tape down, and it just sucks because I know when I take the tape down I'm gonna have to paint again, and I'm really tired of painting. But I need to paint that little edge on the, that white edge where it meets the tile. Hmm. 3,035 gallons. Well, I mean, that's quite a bit. In America, I had an above-ground swimming pool that was like 12 foot by 20 foot, and I think it held like 12,000 gallons or something like that. I don't know, 3,000 gallons is a lot. That's 2 of those 1,500 gallon.
No.
No, that's 1,500 liters.
Oh.
So that's really only 1,500 liters divided by 4, like 350 gallons or something like that. So that's 10 of those blue, like they have over there, 10 of them. One of the subscribers sent me a link to a vape shop that's here in the Philippines. They're not here close to me. They're up by Cebu somewhere. But they do ship to Mindanao, and it says that they ship in like 5 days. So I checked it yesterday, and it said that it was on its way to Dipolog from, I don't,
Valencia?
no, it was some other town. It went from there to another town, and then from that town, I'm guessing there's a ferry port there. No, from whatever town up there to Dipolog port.
Port Pilar, no, it's a...
I can show you when this is over, but... So I don't know how long it takes to get to Dipolog, but I mean it should. Hell, it takes 2 or 3 days to get here from Dipolog sometimes. But it's J&T, and J&T is usually a good shipping company. I don't think I've really ever had any problems with them. We have had problems with...
SPX.
Yeah, SPX. A lot of problems. But J&T is usually pretty good. So if you have a choice, try J&T, not SPX. What else is happening? I mean, ever since we got kind of settled in and moved in here, we're kind of into like normal life mode where not exciting, like super duper things happen every day. Which is good because I get stressed out and it's nice to relax. Even yesterday when June and them were here, I left them unsupervised for a couple of hours. I thought everybody was on the same page. And then when I came back, there was like a huge mistake, and so I got angry and whatever, I don't. So anyway, there's something that I have to fix back there, but you'll see all that in tomorrow's video. So yeah, even a crew that you're used to working with, just don't leave them unsupervised. Because you never really know if they fully understand what you're wanting. Because sometimes they'll nod, or you'll try to explain to them and they'll kind of, yeah, we got it, or whatever, and then they don't got it. Well, the reason why I want to bore through the side of the well is so that I can put the well cover on. The well cover is concrete, is like a 2-inch thick concrete circle with a rebar handle. I want to be able to set the lid onto the well. That way I could just take the lid on and off. I don't have to mess with pipes. Plus, I want the pipes underground so that the sun doesn't bake the plastic and tear up the pipes. That's not. So it's just somebody being silly.
No.
Genetically, I have no idea. I'm not one of those people that's super into like genealogy or ancestry or any of that. I mean, those people are dead. I'm alive. Pretty soon I'll be dead. My children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren will be alive, and they won't give a crap where I'm from. I mean, it's just, it makes no difference to know. I don't know, I was never one of those people that really cared. I'm sure just some generic, European country like most other people. And if you want to go far enough back, I guess you could say I'm African, because we all are. What wood did you use for your front doors? So all of the doors in the house are solid mahogany. Solid mahogany. Every door in here is built the same, basically, and it was $7,500 per door. God, for the world's sake, I hope there's not an island of me. That'd be the worst island ever. Just ugly, fat guys with big dicks running around. I mean, what? What did you say? My God. This is a children's show. Not really. I selected not for children. My God.
How much your door?
I already told him $7,500 each. Why are you yelling at me? My God, you're supposed to be nice to me. That's because I'm an angel. Fine, we'll just look at you then. Hey, girl. The water was coming under. We've had some blowing rains, and I've seen rain hit the windows before. I've never once seen a drop of water come in through any of the windows at all. I have a slightly wider than normal, even for the Philippines, overhang on my roof. The normal overhang here in the Philippines is 1 meter, so it's 3 feet, which is a big overhang. My overhang is 1.2 meter. So it's actually 20 cm, or maybe like 8 inches or so wider of an overhang than normal. And I don't know, I watched them install my windows. They siliconed underneath the frame and on the outside of the frame and the inside of the frame. So if water wants to come through the window, it would have to penetrate 3 basically silicone gaskets to get to the inside. Will those doors last for many years? Yeah. There might be some maintenance that comes with the doors, you know, maybe once every 10 years you might have to take them down and sand them and refinish them or something, but they'll last a lifetime. Huh? Oh. Oh, his hair is crazy.
Who's this dude?
Kim Jong-un. I seriously, I have a video from a long time ago where I put a picture of Ezra and a picture of Kim Jong-un side by side while the North Korean anthem is playing in the background, and they look the same. Good, we need some rain. That's the thing about where we live. It's not... We're not ever going to have like an actual typhoon, like with straight line 200 kilometer an hour winds or whatever. It will never happen here. Number one, we're 30 miles from the ocean. Number two, we're in a mountain range surrounded by trees. It's just, I mean, I've seen it rain hard here for sure. It does rain hard, but it's not anything like a typhoon or whatever, like nothing like that. We don't even really get that bad of straight line winds here. But I'm hoping for a good amount of rain. I think it's supposed to rain today. It already sprinkled a little bit.
You said there's a storm. I don't know.
Yeah, it already sprinkled a little bit, but The weather said that it's supposed to rain about
I mean,
noon.
they always say there's a storm, but
Yeah, the weather,
the,
you can't
the
trust
storm here, maybe not really here in other
Yeah, like
islands.
at your mom's store it's raining, but
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah. They call that storm.
For some reason, it must have something to do with like barometric pressure or elevation or the way the mountains are shaped right in the exact spot where we live. But it literally rains at her mom's store all the time when it's not raining here. All the time. We'll get past the little elementary school at the bottom of the hill and it'll be sprinkling. And by the time we get to her mom's store, it's actually raining. So, but then coming back, it just disappears by the time we get home. Like there's no rain. So I don't know if like the lay of the way the mountain is or affects like the pressure. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but something weird goes on because it happens all the time that it rains just down the hill but not up here. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Get off my case. My God. Why are you abusing me?
What?
Yeah, you're abusive. Oh, your face, not your toys. Yeah, we don't have typhoons. It just doesn't happen. Have you ever had something that's like equal to a typhoon, like 150 plus kilometer an hour winds? Like
there is a heavy wind, but not really.
not like a typhoon, like blow your house down.
No.
Yeah, no. That it just in all of her life that never has happened here.
Tree.
So it's sometimes it might blow a tree over, but it's never. It just doesn't happen up here. That's one thing to look at if you move to the Philippines. Ask the local community like how bad the storms are. I mean,
Maybe the bad storm will be in an island or like in ocean.
well,
Close to ocean.
anywhere close to the coast.
Yeah.
Anywhere along the coastline is always going to have strong winds because the winds just soar over the ocean.
Always in Cebu.
Yeah, Cebu is.
Uh,
I don't see how anybody even still wants to live in Cebu. That place gets destroyed every single year. But that's just like people building houses in Florida right on the beach. I mean, it just wipes the houses out, and then they just rebuild right in the same spot again. I'm very tempted to ban the person that said that right there. That fix it bugs the shit out of me.
You say did it too.
Yeah, I will. If they keep it up, I'm telling you. I don't know. Some people's kids. My God. What? I can't. I'm trying to. How's that? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good? Maybe you should have changed first or something.
Later.
Later. Or never.
I just cover.
I don't know. There's really, like I said, there's not a whole lot going on. We're just kind of hanging out. Trying to flesh out and decide whether or not, if or when I may go back to America and work some more. I don't know. It's so tempting to try to stay because the YouTube is growing every month and it continues to grow. It hasn't leveled off. It's more and more every month. So it's a lot easier to live on, but there may be an opportunity for me to get my old nursing home director job back, just like it was before. And so, if that fleshes out, it would be really tempting to go back. And at some point, I would like to take her to America to see what it's like and all that. Anyway,
I have hot water in kitchen now.
do you like the hot
Yeah,
water
I
in the
mean,
kitchen?
I like because I use that in frozen meat, but even if there's no hot water in washing the dishes, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah, she only uses the hot water basically to thaw meat out.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, you know,
Together. We have two girls together. I just want to have fun.
two girls together. What? I'm not planning on ever having any more children ever, at all. I don't want to have any more children.
Two girls.
I think she likes the hot water in the shower.
Yeah. In the shower because my God, if our room is not air conditioned, it's okay. But
Those jobs won't be shut down. It's the downgrading from professional status or whatever. There will still be people that fill those positions. It's just they may get paid less money. I mean, it's just part of it. But I mean, I'm not really affected by that because I'm not in nursing. I'm part of the nursing home, which I mean, is affected by nursing.
maybe
But
I'll be laundry girl there. I will not because
no, the CNAs are unaffected because CNAs were never professional status anyway. You don't have to have a college degree for that. You take a 2-week course, you take a state test, and you're a certified nursing assistant. Mail order bride. Who's? What does that have to do with anything? Institution. What institution? The nursing home that I am associated with is actually still independent. It's a private. It's not corporate owned. It's not owned by a corporation. It's a publicly owned. It's owned by the county, basically. What?
What do you mean?
It means like, are you being held hostage?
Oh, okay.
I bet I'm just trying to say something. I ignore stupid stuff like that. Anyway, so my institution is in no way is funded by the government. In no way. No way. And also, even though it's technically county owned, the county released us to ourselves. So basically, the business owns itself. So it cannot be sold. I don't know what would happen if it went out of business because it's legally the board of directors has talked to attorneys about it, and as far as they can all come together, it's technically not legal for that property to be sold because the property basically owns itself. It's hard to explain, but it's a charity organization. Like we're a not-for-profit, basically. And so it's not even funded by the county taxes or anything like that. We get no outside help. That nursing home that I'm associated with earns a profit, and that's the money that it operates on. That's it. No, it does not get state or federal funding. Whatever profit whatever income the business takes in, that's the money that they have to operate on. And there's some months where we would turn a $200,000 profit on a 120 bed facility, And then there's other months where we went $50,000 in the hole. At the end of the year, that nursing home brought in about $4.4 million, and then about $3.8 million went out. So it, it's sustainable, but that's not a common thing. Most nursing homes are corporate owned. Most of them. There's like 4 major corporations in America that own almost all nursing homes. But our facility is 1 out of 3 in the entire state of Missouri that holds out as privately owned. And the other 2 are owned by like an individual. And ours is the only one that's like basically like not for profit, owns itself in the entire state of Missouri. So that's how that works. I mean, I could talk for hours about the nursing home business, but she's so bored. You need to know this stuff if you want to work at one, but or no. She's super excited about wiping old guys' weenies. Change their diety.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's so exciting for you. It's the CNA's job to give them baths also. Like we have jacuzzi tubs. You put them into, there's like a chair lift that goes in the bathtub and it bubbles. No, I don't know James. In fact, I don't watch James and Karen videos anymore. I used to when I was in America, but ever since they stopped building, I just lost interest and I don't watch them now. It just doesn't interest me. Huh? Yeah. I mean, which is like the pot calling the kettle black, because that's basically exactly what we are. But I mean, I just, if you guys don't like it, then don't watch it. I mean, me personally, it doesn't interest me. I don't watch my own videos. I used to, but I don't now, because I pump one out every single day, and I watch them while editing them, so I know what happens. Plus, I was there. What? Don't yell at me. Ow! Don't pinch me.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you abusing me?
Blink twice.
What about 60?
60.
That means you're abusing me. Call the U.S. Embassy.
Mm-hmm.
Send in the Marines.
They will call.
No, they won't. Plus, the embassy won't answer anyway. In case you guys don't know, the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines is not very helpful. So, I really don't know what their exact purpose is, but it's sure not to help U.S. citizens in a foreign country. Because I don't know how many situations I've heard of people needing help from the embassy and receiving nothing. So... Plus, I think James is from northern Missouri. I'm from southern Missouri. Us southern Missouri guys are a little different than the northern boys. Yeah.
That's right.
If you get locked up here, the embassy doesn't help you at all. They'll bring you a toothbrush and a bottle of water and tell you good luck.
I like your videos, but I did not watch your videos. I said you like your videos, but I did not.
Or poor people.
With no reason to be an
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that is. CNA is not the best job. I've tried to tell her, but she hears about the $18 an hour starting pay and her mind goes crazy, even though that's not really that high of pay in America right now. An admin person.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have the experience. Like there's no company in America that would. Maybe an administrative assistant or a secretary or something like that, but not like as an administrator. She does have enough college to get a teaching certificate. You have the degree to be a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just need to take the certification
Yeah.
exam. So she could possibly be a teacher in America. She doesn't want to do that. She would rather clean old man wieners.
Just the English of American is more.
Yeah, but maybe you could teach Spanish or something. They don't know what the hell you're saying anyway. Why do I need what?
To put the clothes to dry.
Why do I need a dirty kitchen when there's literally a dirty kitchen like right there, 30 feet away? And then the clothes, we hang the clothes in here to dry because the fan circulates the air and makes them dry super fast. So I don't need any. Yeah, well, then we could put the clothes right there. This area is huge.
In the hallway.
Or right here. This whole area is huge.
I mean,
Just our living room and kitchen is bigger than a lot of Filipinos' houses.
our parking area will be finished. So
Yeah, then you can do it out there
Yeah.
too.
And then, yeah, of course.
What did you just say? About what? Which thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Watch again the video. Turn
Yeah. Morning. Mein Boontag. Yeah, the parking area that she'll hang clothes out there. When the parking area has a roof and everything on it and is done, that's where the washing machine will go.
Yeah.
We don't plan to leave the washing machine in the kids' bathroom forever. It's more convenient in there because there's a water supply and a drain right there. But eventually, the washing machine will go out into the parking area. Are you happy living in the Philippines after building a home with your savings? I would say yes, I am. Because even without savings like anymore or whatever because of the house, even without that, it's still so much easier to live here. Like, I mean, you can jump on YouTube and make $400 or $500 a month and afford to live just fine. I mean, you know, for us it's a little tight because Daddy likes American style foods.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it so
true.
sad. I know, but you're like, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I like to save, but your lifestyle in food is expensive, so.
Which thing is like expensive that I get though? We
Meat.
just basically get ground pork and chicken.
Yeah.
So I mean,
always everyday meat.
well, what are you supposed to eat if you don't eat meat every day? I mean, I don't.
Vegetable. I thought before foreigner, all foreigner like vegetable, but when I
No.
yeah.
No, only the ones from freaking California like vegetables.
I just thought, but
The whole Midwest likes
I was wrong.
the entire center of the country. You know, you cut off just the West Coast, cut off the East Coast, where all the crazy hippy dippy people live. The actual, like, human beings that live in the center of the country enjoy potatoes and meat.
Yeah.
Meat!
Next question.
What question?
Oh,
John something or another?
there's no question.
I don't see... Where?
Oh no, John.
John something or another. I don't see...
Oh, that's not.
That's not... I don't see a question.
Yeah, that's it. That's not a question.
No, did you see a question mark at the end of it? He just said that's why you not stop building to
Yeah.
still people stop watching your channel.
Yeah, maybe that's his question.
Well, then it should be, is that why, not that's why. That's why is a statement. Is that why is a question. Remember we were talking yesterday about sentence structure? So his sentence structure was incorrect and got mad at me.
No more thinking, time to get busy, big man making money. You just use YouTube and learn to cook American foods easy.
Yeah, it's easy to cook American foods, but try getting the ingredients.
Yeah.
You can't. You cannot get the ingredients here to make normal American food. You can make like a version of it or as close as you can get with similar ingredients, but you cannot replicate American food here. You can't. It's not possible.
What's Lona? I'm Alona.
Yeah. They're supposed to be in, yeah. Alona. Yeah, see, my weight shows I'm a healthy eater. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. I just thought that foreigner is like salad, vegetable, like.
They do. They do. The ones from California that run around in shorts with like a Hawaiian shirt with their chest hair hanging out, those are the ones that like vegetables. They start fires with sticks, not because they need to, but because it's fun. No, you can't. You can't get just about anything. I mean, you can get a lot of things, but it's not the same. You tell me right now where I can go and get ice cream that's exactly like you could buy in America. Ice cream. Ice cream is the one thing that no matter where I go in the Philippines, it's not the same as America. American ice cream is soft and creamy. The ice cream here is like ice crystal-y. Like it's totally different. You cannot get American style ice cream here in the Philippines. You also can't get USDA Angus beef anywhere where I'm from. I mean, anywhere close to me. Yeah, everyone always says Save More. I'm not close to Save More. The closest Save More to me is 6.5 hours away. And I'm not complaining about that. It's just that I repeat myself over and over and over again. I try to explain to people, I live in the middle of a jungle in Mindanao. There's no there's no ingredients or supplies, and everyone always says, well, just go get this. Just go get that. Like it's some easy thing. It's a 6.5 hour drive from here. It's not easy. Yeah, any kind of, why do you want ice cream?
Why do you want that?
I don't care if it likes me, I like it. And the point is not that I want it, the point is that no matter what, you can't have it here. You can't. It's not possible. A helicopter and a landing pad. That would be nice. Yeah, you can use Shopee for like Hamburger Helper or mac and cheese, stuff like that. But you can't use Shopee for like real cheddar cheese. Yeah, I do need ice cream. About a small crack in my driveway, because I've worked my whole life to pay for all this. Everything that I've ever worked for in my entire life is sitting right here. So for somebody to damage that, that's, 1/100th of my entire life flushed down the toilet that person just drove over and didn't give a flying shit about. Do I have the title? I'm about to tell her to go get the lease agreement and show you. If you were a common viewer, you would know that yes, I own this property. It is technically in her name, but we went to an attorney and I have a 50-year lease. $25. I'm 41.
There is 3 branches.
Oh, well, what is this person's problem? Yeah, everybody in the Philippines has this style of roof, and I don't know what you want me to explain about it, but it's basically just like a gable roof in America, only you extend one side further and the other side goes underneath the pitch. Yeah, something, I don't know. Somebody's pissed off that they have to stay in America and work while some of us take a chance and get to enjoy life abroad. I get that quite a lot from people my age or people even a little older than me tell me like, you're too young, like you need to go back and work more, and I don't understand why. I already have 42 Social Security credits. I only need 40. So I've already got Social Security credits that I need for Social Security retirement when I get to that age, if I get to that age. So there's no reason, as long as I can earn enough money here while I'm here to live here, well, I don't understand why I would waste my life, 40 hours a week at a regular job. Yeah, the children's father is alive, and he lives a little bit of a few hours from here, but he's only seen the children like maybe one time in the last year or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really bother me because if somebody is saying something negative or whatever, all I have to do is just turn my head and look outside and I can see the mountains and the coconut trees, so doesn't matter to me. Also, a Filipina with her toys hanging halfway out. My God.
Okay.
I'm loving that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Loving it. Oh, boy. Here, why don't you talk here for a little bit?
What?
My God.
I don't know.
They love you.
No.
Yeah, they do. Cover up the toys.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm hoping it'll start raining, huh? You don't. Well, they meant to say, laughing my ass off is what.
See,
They-
I don't know what they are saying, so I can't. I can't entertain them.
Yes, you can. Just show them your leg.
Uh-huh. See, some trees outside my window. I just don't have the Pinay, so I need to find Asian soon. Uh-huh.
There's a lot of them. You can choose whichever one you want, pretty much.
Do you like single mom, my sister?
What? Your sister? Which one? Sam?
Yeah. Maybe he's not picky, so.
Oh, I guarantee. I don't know. I don't know her well enough to say or whatever. I'll just shut up.
I mean, not.
She probably would not be that picky. I'm sure.
I mean, this, him.
Oh, well, if it's the foreigner, of course, I would tell them to be picky.
I mean, the body,
I would tell them to be picky. They literally have 500,000 Filipinas in the Philippines would literally almost date any foreigner just because they're a foreigner.
uh, village girls are wild.
Some. Now the village girls that are here, you would have to spend a lot of time talking to them, waving to them as you drive by every day. It would take a long time before you could really get to know one of the province girls from around here. Because I can drive down the road and just wave or smile or something and they giggle and hide, or they'll run and hide behind their friends. Like, they wouldn't even be able to, if you just walked up to one of them and talked to them, I don't even know if they would be able to speak. They're so shy.
Yeah, I said he's picky. And you just
You
mean
should
body,
You should be.
and
You should be picky about every aspect.
okay, which and trainable.
If you pick the right one, they're already experts. I mean, what?
Mm-hmm. So I said maybe he likes single mom because there's an experience.
Want all aspects, yeah. Well, I mean, there's literally, you can take your pick, and the guys, there's a lot of YouTube, expat guys like from Dumageddon and everything that say like, oh, if you expect to come to the Philippines and get off the plane and just be swarmed, you're going to be disappointed. That's more true in Dumageddon and Manila and places like that than here. Here, you're not likely to get swarmed because, again, they're pretty shy, but you will get a lot of attention. And if you're a thinner guy, I'm a fat, ugly guy, and I get a lot of attention. A lot. And so if you're like do I or do I not?
I don't know.
Everywhere we go. Giggling, smiling, shy. Yes or no?
I don't know. I didn't look at them.
Oh,
Maybe you
wow.
look at them because.
Anyway, if you're a halfway decent looking guy, you are going to have your pick of anybody on it. If you come to Mindanao, you could pick any Filipino on the entire island, pretty much. Like, trainable. It depends on the individual person. If they're willing and want to please you or whatever. I mean, if you get a younger one, they're probably more trainable than like a 30-plus-year-old. I'm just saying that you guys already like have lived a little bit of life and have basically like molded yourself into whatever you would like to be. And so taking opinion is not.
Hi, Tanya. Say hi, Tanya.
Thanya?
Yeah,
Who the hell is Thanya?
I don't know.
I don't even know how to say that name. Thanya.
Where is this at?
20 years
So
married, do not think training is a thing versus learning.
to perform
Yeah,
things.
I mean there is training. There absolutely is. You know, if you're a 45 or 50-year-old guy and you're still in decent health or whatever, and you go and get a 19 or 20-year-old Filipina, trust me, there's a lot of training that would be available. Like they would pretty much do whatever you told them to do. But it also depends on the individual. But a lot of them are so shy, and especially with such a large age gap, they're going to look at you like a father figure or whatever, and they're pretty much just going to do whatever you say.
Yeah, sexy brown skin guy, fat but not skinny. So I don't think I have a problem.
Yeah, it literally anyone in the entire Philippines.
Target, yeah, some. My target is
28 to
yeah.
34. Well, I mean, you can't train the culture out of them, and if you could, why would you want to? Because then why wouldn't you just go and get some low IQ, you know, American girl that's 18 or 19 years old? Like, I mean, there's lots of those. You know, half of the attraction is the culture. Now, depending on the foreigner, some foreigners are more open to accepting new culture rather than others. Me, I am not willing in a lot of cases to accept new things. I'm not against the new things. I would just say that everyone else who wants to participate in that particular thing can go and do so, and I'll just stay over here. Ooh, maybe a delivery? Ooh, a parcel. Maybe. Nope, not a parcel. Just some old guy. Let's see what he wants. Well, you better bring the Western stuff with you. It's a lot cheaper to bring it with you than buy it here. When I was first coming here, I had to decide whether to try to bring my computer on the plane with me or just sell it in America and build a new one when I got here. But looking at the prices of all the parts, I mean, I've got about $1,600 or $1,700 in that computer building it 2 years ago, and it cost me $100 to bring it here from America. So that's a lot cheaper than the loss I would take in building a new one here. What does this guy want? Well, I can't speak for why everyone comes here, but some guys come here to get. I don't think it's about the younger aspect as much as it is we don't want to be bothered. Men are tired of being bothered and pestered. And that's what American women love to do. They just pick. They pick and pester. You know, I don't know how many times I could be, you know, even if I, you know, had a hard construction job and I would come home like on a Saturday morning, you know, she's been home all week, so she's bored or whatever, wants to go do something on the weekend. I just want to lay on the couch and watch TV. But she would get so pissed off because, oh, you're so lazy, you don't want to do anything. Yeah, I don't know. So I think that's the main reason why a lot of guys come here for women is not necessarily because they're younger, but more so because they give you peace and they don't pick at you and pester you and bother you all the time. American women just pick and pick and pick and pick and pick. I mean, even a completely level-headed, sane guy that doesn't have any anger issues at all, an American woman will just pick at him until, I mean, you just want to slap him. I mean, even if you're in your whole life, I'll never hit a woman. I'll never hit a woman. Buddy, there'll come a time in your life at least once where you just want to jack slap the shit out of a woman. But it's because they pick and pick and pick. I don't understand what they think they have to gain from it, because guess what? There's other options in the world. Ones that don't pick at you and pester you, that actually improve your life instead of hinder it. I'm pointing at you, by the way. You should be so impressed and happy and proud. Yeah.
I mean, okay, the person that came here.
Yeah, what did he want?
I don't know her.
Him.
Her.
That was a woman?
Yeah, I don't.
They
know
look
her.
like an old man.
She's from the other barangay that close here.
Anyway.
Yeah, then she asked me if we, like, she will get money from us and she will give the ATM, her ATM. I said, no, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Yeah. And then she said,
and we don't even know that person.
Just percent. I said, no, we didn't
We
do
don't.
that.
I don't
And
know
just-
that person.
Yeah. She said, she will.
Why wouldn't she just go to the ATM and get money
No,
herself?
Not yet. She don't have money for now.
Well, that's her problem.
My God.
Jesus, that's the first time that's ever happened.
I thought I didn't know her. That's why I closed the door.
Sounds like a scammer.
I said, okay. Okay. That's enough. I need to go inside. And we didn't do that, so.
You should have also told her, hey, by the way, we have security cameras.
My God.
My God.
I don't know her.
No, not because she's. Or were you desperate financially before I came here?
I mean, it's okay for us.
Like, were you going hungry every day and
no,
like her and her family are what I would consider in the Philippines to be middle class. They're not poor. They have a house with electricity. They have food to eat every day. They're not. They even have extra money. Like even before I came here, she would give her kids money every single day to take to school. Her kids wear nice clothes to school. Like they're middle class. They're not desperate financially. And even if they were, if what they need is money, and what we need is to be taken care of and not bitched at and picked at every single day, and they provide that, then that's a fair transaction in my book. Yeah, her mom's house is 2 times the size of this house. It's 2-story. I mean, obviously it's not like finished like this or whatever, but they didn't have like a sad life or anything. They were happy before I came here. In some ways, her children were probably more happy before I came here.
Yeah.
Because they just did whatever they wanted, and like everyone spoiled them. And
every time they asked me if can you buy me like this, like that, I said, yeah. If there's my salary with like that, then
yeah.
Now I need to ask you first, because I mean it's.
Well, I've told you don't have to, but
Yeah, but
we're a team,
Yeah.
so.
But I know you don't like that we always give what they like to
Because what happens?
Yeah.
That's
why you're
it
not-
causes the attitude that Ezra has right now. He's kind of a spoiled child. Even in the Philippines, like uh, he
food.
he expects and demands whatever he wants.
Yeah, food. Before.
No, not just food.
Yeah, I just mean that also food.
Yeah, yeah. Mainly with mainly with food. He wants to be able to cook and eat any type of food he wants, any time of
Yeah,
day. Like,
before even if we don't have a food in the fridge, he just cook like fried. He will after school he just cook fried rice, then eat that, then like that. It's not.
yeah. But now he doesn't cook fried rice.
Yeah,
He comes
always
home
find-
and gets the shrimp out of the freezer and like all the expensive stuff.
I
Should meet Alona's mom. Well, I mean, if you want to meet her, come here.
agree.
She owns her own store.
Yeah, we
I'm desperate financially. Someone help me. Maybe you should move to the Philippines. Benefit on both sides, yeah.
He said he likes her.
Oh, if I bring you to America, you'll be changed and become Americanized.
I don't
My
know.
God.
I don't know because some of my friends said they thought that when you're here, when I met you, I'll be changed like my clothes, my like a lots of jewelry like that. But no, I didn't.
I honestly try to westernize her a little bit to a certain extent, and she fights against it.
Yeah.
She's Filipino through and through.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no.
I mean, I wear swimsuit, but not like really revealing like.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's one thing that, yeah, I had to work you into that slowly. Like when we first met, you would not just throw a bikini on and run around on the beach. Like even now, you like to have the throw,
Cover.
the cover or whatever when we're just walking around. A pic of her. She's in some of the videos. Just go watch some of the videos.
She's 66 years old.
66.
I God.
Should be other Filipinos, and yeah, she will change. Maybe. But the thing about it is I'm from Southern Missouri, so that's where we'll go. There's not. I mean, in the whole time I've lived my whole life in Southern Missouri, in the area where I would bring her to, I've only ever met or seen like 3 Filipinos in my whole life. One of them worked at the nursing home for a short time. Another one worked at the nursing home, but she had been in America for like 20 years, and she was older and chubby or whatever. But yeah, there's not like a group that she can go mingle with in where I'm from. That I don't know. She wouldn't really have the opportunity to have many Filipino friends there. That's for sure.
Good age.
Good age.
How old is
Yeah, I mean, that's an okay age, you know.
he? You said you're picky.
Young enough to still want to do it, old enough to know how. I don't know if that's the same one that said that they were picky or not.
I think he's the one.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If so, you might want to choose other. She's very religious. That part of it would drive me up the wall. It would literally drive me crazy.
Not very religious because
No, she's very religious.
He do things that you said.
Yeah, she does things that's not biblical.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think every religious person does things that's not biblical.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like she's very like sets up shrines and prays all the time and all that kind of stuff. That it just, I don't know, it just wouldn't mesh very well with me, but that's me. Don't be squeezing on me. My God. That's what I said. Oh, we're going to have a fight? Ah. No. I'll bite you. In housekeeping, most divorce
Not
rate.
saying it will happen to you. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but the thing about it is that you have to look at the other side of it also. It may not be because they've become westernized and now all of a sudden their husband's not good enough and they have all these other choices. It may also be that here in the Philippines, I have, in my personal experience, seen more foreigners that were not very nice to their Filipinas than were nice to them.
I mean.
And so here, they have to put up with that shit. But in America, they don't have to put up with being mistreated.
Someone says that maybe your foreigner here is so kind and loving because he's here in the Philippines, but when you go to America with him, he will change like that. I mean, some of the foreigners change. That's why they're Filipina change also.
A lot of them do because of comments like that about they're afraid that their Filipina is going to run out and jump on the top of the next door neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're just terrified of it, which means they're not confident in themselves anyway. I know I got the magic stick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what?
Uh-huh.
So you really have to kind of look at both sides of it. Yeah, I'll share a short story with you guys. So I told you that I knew two Filipinas that worked at the nursing home. So one of them was an occupational therapist, and she was older, and she was married to an Indian guy, and had been there 20 years, whatever. The other one was a younger one. She was maybe 22, 23 years old, and she was a CNA. She was an aide. And nobody really could get to know her. She would walk up and down the hallways. She would do her job pretty well, but she didn't really socialize. She wouldn't really talk to anybody very much. She was really reserved. And it wasn't shyness. It was she walked around kind of in fear, it seemed like, all the time. And then one day, one of us happened to see her husband pick her up. And her husband happened to be like a 72-year-old guy. And he was not very nice to her. Like, even just picking her up from work, he was just grouching at her and saying all kinds of crazy shit. So I'm sure what her deal was is he's threatened her and told her not to be talking to people and all kinds of stuff. Whether or not he physically was abusive to her, I don't know that. I mean, I don't see how a 72-year-old guy could physically abuse a younger person. The younger person would just beat him to death with a chair or something, but I guess it could happen. But, I mean, even emotional abuse, I mean, some people can only take so much of that kind of garbage. That's what chases men out of America in the first place, just gripey-ass women. Right? Every guy knows what I'm talking about you get into an argument with a woman in America, and you just want it to end. So you just, whatever, just go away, leave me alone. You start watching TV or whatever, and they just continue, and nag, and bitch, and nag. They just won't leave you alone. So yeah, she had only worked there maybe 3 months, and then she left. So I really don't know what happened to her, but I hope she left his old ass and found somebody better.
Yeah.
Do you hope that?
Yeah.
No, you hope she stayed with that old fucker.
No. If that man will so mean, so why stay?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I mean, if I was a young Filipina in America, I would have to be treated pretty well, or else. See ya.
Mhm.
See ya.
And also, she's already there and work, so
Yeah.
she can run. Run.
Yeah, but the problem now is like just to be able to move out of someone's house and move into your own place.
Mhm.
My God, the rents are so high right now that just to have enough for the first month's rent, a lot of apartments even will ask for first month's rent, last month's rent, and a security deposit.
The-
So that's like over $3,000 US just to be able to move.
I mean, don't run if you're not ready financially.
Just stay and get abused
Nah,
until you have enough
no.
cash.
Yeah.
Even if your husband controls the bank account and your paycheck goes directly into his
No,
account.
I will not. If directly in his account, no way. My God, I work hard for that. I mean, I will give.
I'm pretty sure I've sent like 1.5 million to your account.
Yeah, but I always get. My God.
I still trusted you enough to deposit it in there in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I just mean that. Just share.
Well, they're not technically overseas foreign workers though. OFW is not a social term; it's a technical term. So OFW is an actual bracket in the Philippines, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when a Filipina is an OFW that's registered, like she goes to Manila and goes through a service and gets sent to like Saudi Arabia or whatever to be a housekeeper. That's a registered OFW, okay? The Philippine government has an OFW tax. So the women who leave the Philippines to go to Saudi Arabia or Dubai or wherever it might be, they have to pay the Philippine government for the privilege of being able to leave the country and work elsewhere. So overseas foreign worker is like a technical like political term or a legal term. It's not just like a social term that means like anybody from one country that goes and lives and works in another country. So those people are just basically immigrants. Any luck finding more U.S. style foods out there recently?
Want to ship from
It doesn't matter what you ship from the U.S. It really doesn't. Because if you're going to be here any length of time, that stuff is going to run out.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's now, 3 months from now, or 2 years from now, at some point you're going to have to just accept and deal with the fact that there's things you can't get here. Unless you plan on going back to the U.S. every year to restock and ship more balikbayan boxes, or have a contact, a friend or whatever in the U.S. that will send them for you. Eventually you're going to run out. And honestly, I don't know what I would say to ship here, because you can't ship meat. Meat is the number one thing that you just can't get quality of here. Even Australian beef. Australian beef, I'm sorry, is not the same as USDA Angus beef. It's not.
maybe just the food that's not frozen. I mean,
Yeah, but you can get all that stuff on Shopee. Macaroni and cheese,
but
hamburger
it's
helper.
expensive than-
Yeah, it's more expensive, but it's not if you figure in paying $100 to ship a balikbayan box that takes 2.5 months to get here.
Mhm.
Dating scene in America about 8 years ago.
I'm not going to put.
Yeah, I'm talking just, I don't know if every one of them, probably there's good women still in America. I would imagine there probably is. But my God, I had a hell of a time. I mean, every woman I've ever dated had a terrible attitude. And that's probably more my fault than theirs, but my God, their attitudes were bad. Oh, yeah, they get alimony, child support, all that shit. And they'll purposely not get remarried. They'll just live with some guy for 20 years and not get remarried so that they don't have to lose their alimony. I mean, if you guys want to hear the battle I had with the U.S. court system and taking custody, full custody of my two children, I could tell that story. It's quite a, oh my God. I really don't understand why it was so difficult, but I mean, talk about a battle, buddy. It is hard for a dad to take full custody away from the mother in America, no matter what she's done. I mean, I could tell that story, but it would probably take 30 minutes. Yeah, it's a long story. I mean, I'll tell it if more people want me to, but I mean, it's, my God, it's a hell of a long story. I don't know, should I tell it now or? Okay, well, I'm gonna, it's a long story, so I'm gonna maybe put this phone down somewhere to tell it. Let me see how much battery. Yeah, I've got enough. We'll see if I can prop this up to tell it. I mean, it works like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use that also. Okay. Settle in, kids. Get you a snack or something. So, okay, I'll start at the beginning. So, my first wife. Now, this story is about my two older children. Okay, my first wife. I have to tell you kind of the backstory so that you'll know, like, my shock and surprise, and I don't know how the hell she went off the rails, but... So, my first wife, I met in high school. She decided to join the Army. The small town we were from, there's nothing there. There's no stoplights there. It's a town in southern Missouri that's a population of 462 people. There's like a small truck stop and a gas station, that's it, and a high school. Like there was nothing else there. Anyway, so she decides she's going to join the Army. So she does that. She gets in the Army. Then after basic and AIT, she gets stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, 101st Airborne Division. So about a month after her being there, once she got settled in, I came there, moved there with her. We got a little house off post, which technically you're only allowed to live off post if you're married. So we weren't really supposed to do that. She had to maintain a barracks room during that time, but we did it anyway. Anyway, so then we decided to get married so that she would get like the, basic allowance for housing, the BAH and BAQ and all that stuff, and be, actually able to live off post. So we did that. Then we had our first child. So after our first child, okay. Hang on, let me get rid of this person. Okay, so after our first child was about maybe, I don't know, 4 months old, 3 or 4 months old. She got deployed to Iraq. Now, we had decided that, you know, I didn't really want her to deploy, and so we tried to get pregnant again immediately, because if you're a female soldier that's pregnant, you're not allowed to deploy, obviously. So we tried to do that, and then so she took the pregnancy test like a week before she left, negative. Deployed to Iraq. Well, 4 months after she got to Iraq, she found out that she, in fact, was pregnant. So they had a pregnant soldier in Iraq, so they shipped her back home. And then, you know, a few months later, you know, she had our second child, which was my daughter. So anyway, after all that, and then after that, you know, she got, because Fort Campbell is a rapid deployment post. There's 4 brigades on Fort Campbell. So at any given time during, you know, the Iraq war and Afghanistan and all that shit, at any given time, half of the base was deployed. So 2 brigades at a time were deployed and 2 brigades were home. So they did 12-month or 14-month deployments. They did 14 months there, 12 months home. 14 months there, 12 months home in a rotation. So she got rotated to Afghanistan the second time. She did her whole 14 months in Afghanistan. So I'm at home, you know, with 2 babies, like raising them, like by myself, like Mr. Mom, for 14 months. And so, of course, when she came back, she had a little animosity towards me because the children had a relationship with me and they didn't even know who the hell she was. They didn't know her smell. They had no idea who this person was. And she didn't like that. Well, I mean, obviously, I probably wouldn't either if I was a mom, but either way, so years went on, and finally it came to the point where her enlistment was up. The 4-year enlistment was up. She was at this time in Afghanistan. And she said, I'm going to re-enlist because the re-enlistment bonus is $22,000. And if I re-enlist while I'm deployed, it's tax-free. And I said, I don't care if it's $122,000, do not re-enlist. I've had it up to here with staying home and raising these babies by myself. I'm living, you know, 350 miles from where I grew up. Like, I don't know anybody here. I just stay at home with these 1 baby in each arm all the time. And I'm tired of it. So can we please just get out of the Army and go back home and start real life? So she basically was like, yeah, okay. Well, then she calls me the next day and she said, okay, I re-enlisted for another 2 years. I signed the papers. I said, okay, when you come back, me and the kids will be in Missouri. And I packed up our shit and went back home and filed for divorce. So that was the end of that. And then, so we worked out in the divorce agreement like a shared custody thing where, you know, she got them so often, I got them so often, or whatever. I was the custodial parent, basically, but she got them, you know, very often, like every other weekend or whatever like that. So she met this guy. Now remember, she had been in the military for 6 years, okay? The military, you know, beats in honor and integrity and all this shit or whatever. So, and she had after she got out of the Army, she went back to school and she got a paralegal degree, and she worked at a law office, which is fine. That's a decent job. That's good. But then she meets this guy, and I don't know what the attraction was, but he was a drug user, he was an abuser, and I just don't understand how she could go from an upstanding soldier into a paralegal into let's date a drug addicted abuser. I don't understand where the disconnect happened, but she was not the type of person that would have chosen that. She had a very high IQ. When she took the ASVAB test to join the military, she scored a 97 on the ASVAB, and they wanted her to be a linguist. But the AIT was 2 years long, and she didn't want to spend that long in AIT. So she had a very high IQ. So someone who was very smart, that had just spent 6 years with honor and integrity being beaten into them every day, and then now all of a sudden she's with some drug user. And I will back this story up by saying right now that to this day, right now, she is married to that guy and has had a child with him. So anyway, time went on a little bit and it was kind of okay. So one day out of the blue, I get a call from the Missouri Department of Social Services. And I was driving a truck at this time. And they said, you need to come to such and such address to the facility here. We have your children here. And I'm like, okay, well, why do you have them? And they said, well, we'll discuss that with you when you get here. So I went down there to the place where they had them, and they were there for like 2 days or something. Like they had to spend 2 nights there. I don't know why I didn't get contacted sooner, but I didn't. Anyway, I went down there and they said, well, right now, the details that they released to me were that the children were in the home. There was like a domestic dispute between her and the guy, and the police were called. And somehow or another, the police found that the guy was making methamphetamines in the garage. And then also in the trunk of her car was paraphernalia and items used in the manufacturing of methamphetamine. So they took the children away, and the children weren't allowed to bring any of their clothes from the house or any of their toys, because they said, like, environmentally, like with methamphetamine, like it could be tainted or not good to have. So I had to go pick up my children. I had to go pick up my children. I had to take them to the store immediately and get them new clothes and like maybe a few little toys or something like that, and take them back to my house. I had to call my trucking company and quit my job that day because I had to stay home with them. And then, so basically, she got arrested also. And as the story unfolded, it was even worse because he had beaten the shit out of her, and he was slapping my son around. And that night that the police were called, he had my ex-wife on her knees with a gun to her head in front of the children, which is why the children or the police were called in the first place. I guess my son ran out and ran to the neighbor's house and called or something. It's been like over 10 years ago, so it's hard to remember all the details. But anyway, so you would think that it would be an open and shut case. You know, the children know me better. I spent the early years of their life raising them by myself while she was deployed. Okay. Then I had stable income, a stable home, and I had a clean record 100%, and she let them be in a house where methamphetamine was being cooked. Not cooked, he was doing like the shake and bake thing, but, manufacturing methamphetamine in the garage. And she knew about it because the paraphernalia and stuff were in the trunk of her car, not his, hers. And he routinely abused her and the children, and she kept them in that environment. Now, to me, the number one job of a mother is to protect her children. So you would think it would be an open and shut case. So I went and got an attorney. I went to do a adjustment of the divorce decree to get sole custody from her. In the meantime, the state granted me custody for 1 year, for 12 months, while she whatever, and she was not allowed to see them unsupervised. There had to be a mediator there, and she could only see them like 1 hour once a week. What is with people? I'm telling the story because people asked me to. Some people, my God. I'm going to have a moderator or something. Anyway, so I got an attorney. We went to court. Oh, by the way, she was arrested also for child endangerment and possession of narcotics paraphernalia, or whatever they call it. So she was in jail, in county jail, for 45 days. So when the first time I went to court to try to take custody away from her, she was in an Orange County jail jumpsuit in handcuffs in the courtroom, in handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit, and I'm trying to get sole custody of my children from her. Okay? You would think the judge would look at me, look at her, orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. Look at me, stable. The children know me better. They like me better. You'd think he would just sign the damn paper and it would be over with. No. Nope. Got to give the mother an opportunity to straighten herself out. So the state ordered her to do parenting classes. So she went through their bullshit 6-month program, and at the end of the 1 year where I had custody, the court took the children away from my home as like the custodial parent and restored 50-50 custody after she completed their bullshit 6-month course. 50-50 custody. Okay, so this next part I'm not proud of, but this is what I did. So at this point when that happened, I hated my ex-wife so much that I couldn't look at my children without feeling rage. I couldn't look at my children without seeing her stupid face. So here's what happened. The court restored 50-50 custody, and they went back to live with her. Basically like she was the custodial parent again. And I said, okay, you know what? That's it. I can't. I'm done. I went back to driving a truck, and I did not see my children for over 5 years. Now, I shouldn't have done that. I regret that, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't look at them and not see her face. I mean, the idiocracy in standing in a courtroom with a suit and tie on next to a woman in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs and losing. How does that happen? Okay, so I'm back driving a truck. It's been 5 years. I haven't talked to or seen my children. Okay? Nothing. So, I get a call one day out of the blue, just like last time, from Department of Social Services. We have your children. Well, what the hell happened this time? So, I was telling the story. And so, I go down again and pick up my children again. So, this time, the same guy. Oh, by the way, within that 5 years, the guy that she was married to, because of that incident and having the methamphetamine shit or whatever, he went to prison for 2 years. She wasn't married to him at that time. He went to prison for 2 years. And she waited for him. And 2 weeks after he got out of prison, after the 2 years, she married him. I don't know. Anyway, so I go down again and pick up my children again. This time I go and get an attorney and I say, I don't care what it costs and I don't care what happens. I'm taking the damn children from her, and she's not getting even 50-50. She's not even going to get every other weekend. I said, I don't care how much it costs. I'll drag her to the damn Supreme Court if I have to. I wish I hadn't have said that, because it took over a year and a half, and it cost me nearly $20,000 in legal fees to get custody of my children. And the reason why they were taken away the second time was basically the same thing. He was caught with drugs, and he was beating the shit out of her and the children. This time the children had marks on them, and both of them were beaten up. Okay, so, and I said, this is ridiculous. The first time she was in court in handcuffs, and they still gave her custody. This is the second time. Okay, and now the children are beat up. So surely the court system is like, come on. Like, it again, open and shut case. No, it took a year and a half and almost $20,000 in legal fees. I did finally get custody of those children, but what she did was she hired the cheapest damn attorney she could find. She probably didn't pay him $2,000 over that whole year and a half. Because women get priority treatment by the legal system in the U.S. They just do. Anyway, so she didn't have to pay hardly nothing. And she drug it out just as long as she could. Her attorney called my attorney one day, the day before we were supposed to appear in court, and said, we'd like to settle. So she drug it out all the way to the last day before the attorney called and wanted to settle. I did get custody of my children, but my God, did I pay a price. Now, that's the story. I told you it was a long one. Now, I'll go back and try to read some comments, but I was not in the military. She was in the military. It was her career. Yeah, sure. I didn't force her out of the military. I told her not to re-enlist. I stayed there for the 4-year commitment. I went with her, and we had children, and I said, finish your 4 years. Let's get through it and then go back home and start normal life or whatever. I don't know many guys who just want to sit at home and raise babies, but I mean, I don't know. Where do these people come from? Do these lives go up as suggestions to just random people who have never seen my channel before?
I don't.
Because some of these are just weird. That they were very excited to see me. I mean, after 5 years, that obviously, they had been beaten up and run through the ringer for however long or whatever, and they knew that my house was better and safer, and I didn't beat them. Anyway, so yeah, if you're gonna be a man in America, I would suggest don't get married and probably just don't have children, because no matter what happens, you're really not gonna come out on top. Even if you just stay together your whole life and raise your children, I mean, that's the best case scenario, but more likely than not, it's just something's gonna happen, and you're gonna pay a price one way or the other. Just the legal system is skewed towards rights of the mother, basically. Anyway, I think I'll stop this here. I told the long story, so
Someone is not. Some of the viewers just see
yeah, that just like
a gay
new.
flasher.
I don't know. Yeah, whatevs. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna end this now. So I told the story, and that's it.
Maybe next time another story for you.
No, I'm done with stories for now, for a while.
Maybe
All
you
right.
like.
Yeah. Well, I doubt it. Okay, guys, take it easy.